Hi friends, I am Nick, I am a psychologist and I work with psychedelic therapy using psilocybin and DMT. I am practicing here in Mexico, and in this video I'm going to tell you all about how this therapy can help through stories of people who have come to my retreat for some professional help. This is Francisco, he is 53, and Margarita, she is 54. A married couple from California, both in tech. They're doing well with 3 kids and all. Everything seems great from the outside, but that's not the whole story.
I think the main reason for me is high depression, not to need to use any drug to control it, and have always present what is important, and not focusing on little things.
She has gone through a lot of therapy, medication, but it's very difficult to change things that are ingrained in your habits.
It's like I don't have the power to change it, and I know that it's wrong, but I don't know how to change it.
Francisco and Margarita came to the Weekend Awakening retreat, hoping to fix in 2 days what's been troubling them for years.
I think in my case, it's kind of like trying to protect my ego and trying to not to get hurt. That sometimes I just don't even attempt some things that I know are good for me, or some things that are important in my life.
I start off with a few sessions, just chatting, friendly, like finding out not just clients want, but also what holding them back. I also use some unique tools like this destiny matrix thing. It helps uncover why it's so hard for people to change and helps shift their mindset from the just material stuff to seeing themselves as spiritual beings.
I think I understand physical sciences really well and how technology works, but I think what we're looking for here is a little bit of understanding on the other side, the spiritual side.
Before we start therapy with the entheogens, I really going into detail with clients about what they might face and how they should act. I teach them how to breathe properly. It's super important when working with the power plants. I also fuse them into the medicine we use for diving deep, so they fully prepared for the new experience.
It is a little bit of out of our comfort zone. I've never been to therapy. I don't even smoke, and I've never tried any drugs and anything like that. But we feel confident about this.
I'm also excited at what I'm gonna discover. What are the things that are gonna be revealed to me or myself? I think I trust Nick. Actually, confident.
So the ceremony therapy I run is all about getting professional with subconsciousness. To quiet a mind scared of new experience, we use entheogens. This time we gave our ceremony folks a brew of psilocybin mushrooms with tamarind and agave honey. Tastes good. After they drink it, they close their eyes and I play special binaural beats to kickstart each of the 7 chakras, one by one. This lasts almost 2 hours, and in this time a person can really dive into the core of their pain. Margarita did just that.
I was so ashamed of myself. I think I already told you have 2 kids, right? But I actually have 4 kids. And that I was listening. When I was in the experience, all my beliefs, I guess it's my ego that was, everything that I know was kind of is false. I was feeling like now everybody knows all my deepest shame or my deepest things that I feel like are bad about me. It's like it was completely everybody knows that. So I was so fearful of that.
When someone faces the root of their pain, they often want to stop. Fear is natural. That's why healing needs a pro guide and trust and space. Margarita and I managed to dive deep into the roots of her depression to find the cause.
The chakra was changing, the sounds, and suddenly so clear a name. Suddenly, my deepest depression was kind of, I am a bad mother, I'm a rough mother, and always everybody told me, but you have an amazing kid, you have very amazing kids, so you are not a bad mother. I think it's deep inside me, it was because of the night that I was feeling a bad mood. So many years, like I have not worked more than 30 years, and I have been sad. I have been angry with myself, angry with Francisco.
The next day, the folks were really vulnerable, like they could feel their wounds open. But now's the best time to form new neural connections in the brain, meaning we can program ego reactions to all triggers.
I was so afraid today to go through the experience again. I thought that's the only way I get this forgiveness of myself. So that was my intention in today's session.
During the session, the participants used power plants available here in Mexico. Margarita went deep with changa. It's like smoking ayahuasca. This experience is intense but short, lasts only about 10-20 minutes, but it allows for deep healing.
I immediately got this connection of my body. I guess it's similar to what people say they die, right? They see these amazing lights. I saw my Margarita for the first time. It's like I discovered it was me. I found my soul. Now I'm with my soul. I'm not afraid anymore.
The mix we use for changa is a branch of different plants, so it's all natural medicine. It's not addictive. In effect, it helps heal warriors' addiction, including ones to antidepressants.
It was so revealing. So I was like, before I saw the expectation that I know that I wanted to cure my depression, no? And I think I have done that. At least I know what is the source of that sadness. I feel like now I don't need the medicine because the medicine was just hiding that pain but not fixing that.
Let's circle back to what Francisco was looking for. He wanted to feel his spiritual side, to go beyond his mind's limits. Just so you know, Francisco got a really strong mind. With psilocybin and changa, he only felt a bit relaxed, so we went ahead with the session using 5-MeO-DMT. It's also a smoking medicine, more commonly known as buffalo virus. These crystals come from nature and are the strongest psychedelics known.
I was leaving my body. It wasn't scary. I was actually excited to see what was beyond. And I remember during the first part of that, I was thinking to myself, I should try to remember this because this is really, really interesting. It's really beautiful. But maybe, and also I was thinking, but maybe I shouldn't be rationalizing. So I shouldn't be thinking this to myself because that means that I'm still present. So at some point that went away. I stopped thinking about remembering. I stopped thinking about anything else, and I just reached this. So there were lots of images that I was going through, but what I was feeling is that I was reaching this light, and it was a very bright, beautiful light, and I was there. It's hard to describe with words what that feeling was. When I was going back, I started feeling the music, but I was able to open my eyes and feel the beauty of the music and the beauty of what I was looking at. And what I was looking at was basically just the clouds, and there were some birds flying, on the clouds, and it was incredibly beautiful, and I was feeling this inner peace like I never felt before. I tried to stay there without just experiencing all that for as long as I could.
5-MeO-DMT is known for its deep impact on the psyche. People describe the experience as mystical, like a religious awakening. Studies by Johns Hopkins and UC Davis showed people meeting beings with consciousness and seeing sacred shapes during their sessions. Even more, over half of participants who were atheists or agnostics began questioning their beliefs and opening up to the idea of a divine presence after their trip.
So I think it was a mystical experience. So it was, I feel that I reached something beyond that I cannot explain rationally, but it was, so the feeling that I got is that I had this very mystical experience. So I was able to reach this presence beyond myself, and it was very beautiful.
Thank you all for watching our video. I hope this info was helpful and broadened your understanding. I'll be happy to answer any questions in the comments. I am Nick, see you next time and take care.